Hey everyone, welcome to this explainer. Look, if you or someone you know just got prescribed Wegovy, you're probably staring at that little injection pen feeling a total mix of hope and, let's be real, maybe a little bit of anxiety, right? Like, how does this thing actually work? Am I going to do it right? What about side effects? Well, don't worry, you are in the exact right place. Today, we're going to break down the complete clinical protocol for navigating a brand new Wegovy prescription, and we'll translate all that heavy medical jargon into super clear, actionable steps. And to make absolutely sure we're anchored in the very best medical guidance, the patient education we are unpacking in this explainer is actually by Dr. Praveen Ramachandra. He's a senior endocrinologist at the Diaplus Endocrinology Clinic over in Yelahanka, Bangalore, India. It's incredibly important when you're starting a chronic weight management journey that we rely on structured, expert clinical protocols just like his, to make sure we're prioritizing both safety and long-term success.
Okay, let's dive right into this. We're covering 5 main things today: meeting your Wegovy pen, the dosing schedule, a step-by-step injection guide, how to manage side effects, and finally, storage and safe disposal. Let's get started.
All right, Section 1. Meet your Wegovy pen, an overview of the medication.
So, Wegovy contains an active ingredient called semaglutide. You've probably heard of it. It belongs to a class of meds known as GLP-1 receptor agonists. Basically, this once-weekly subcutaneous injection does 3 absolutely brilliant things in your body. First, it enhances your glucose-dependent insulin secretion. Second, it delays gastric emptying. That just means food stays in your stomach a bit longer, so you actually feel full. And third, it acts directly on the central appetite pathways in your brain to significantly reduce those hunger signals. It's really a game-changer for chronic weight management when you combine it with diet and exercise.
Moving right along to Section 2, the dosing schedule and gradual dose escalation.
And this brilliantly illustrates exactly how the weekly doses step up really slowly, month by month. You start at just 0.25 milligrams for those first 4 weeks. Then you bump up to 0.5, then 1, then 1.7, until you finally hit that maintenance dose of 2.4 milligrams in month 5. Now, you might be wondering, why so slow? Well, it's all about tolerability. Your body literally needs time to adapt to this medication. In fact, if you're really struggling with side effects, your clinician might even slow this up titration down just to make sure you stay comfortable.
Now look, life happens, right? And a super common anxiety is, what if I forget my weekly injection? Well, the rule is actually pretty straightforward. If your next scheduled dose is more than 2 days away, just take the missed dose as soon as possible. But if you realize you missed it and your next dose is less than 2 days away, just skip it. Skip the missed one entirely, wait, and resume on your normal scheduled day. You basically just want to make sure you always have at least a 2-day gap between any injections.
All right, into the hands-on stuff. Section 3, Step-by-Step Injection Guide, a practical guide.
Okay, before you even think about attaching a needle, you absolutely need to perform some vital visual safety checks. First off, look at the label. Confirm it actually says Wegovy, and check that the dose strength matches exactly where you are on that escalation schedule we just looked at. Next, double-check the expiration date on both the pen and the carton. And finally, look through that little window on the pen. The liquid inside must be clear and colorless. If it's cloudy, if it's discolored, or if there's weird floating particles in there, no way, do not use it.
Now, if you're using a brand new pen for the very first time, you have to do a flow check. Some people call this priming. This just makes sure the pen actually works and clears any trapped air from the needle. So you turn the dose selector to the little flow check symbol, hold the pen with the needle pointing straight up, and press the dose button until the counter hits 0. You should see a tiny little drop of medication right at the needle tip. And remember, you only do this flow check on the very first use of a new pen, not for every single weekly injection.
So where exactly does this go? Wegovy is a subcutaneous injection, which simply means it goes right under the skin, not deep into a muscle. Your best spots are your abdomen, just make sure you stay at least 2 centimeters away from your belly button, or the front of your thighs. If you have someone else helping you, the outer upper arm is totally an option too. But the absolutely crucial rule here, always rotate your exact puncture site each week. Seriously, moving it around prevents bruising and local skin irritation.
All right, here is the actual physical injection technique. It's honestly way simpler than you might think. Clean the skin, let it air dry, and place the pen completely flat against your skin at a 90-degree angle. Press it in firmly until you hear a click or feel the safety mechanism engage. Then press and hold the dose button down. Watch that little counter go all the way back to 0. But wait, don't pull it away just yet. Keep pressing the pen against your skin for a slow, steady count of 6. This makes absolutely sure the full dose went in. After that slow count, just pull the needle straight out. And boom, that's the whole shebang.
Moving into Section 4, Managing Side Effects. Here's what to expect.
Now, what's really interesting about this slide is the data. In clinical trials, around 40 to 45% of patients experience nausea at the full 2.4 milligram dose. I really want to highlight this just to normalize the whole experience for you. If you feel slightly nauseous, especially in those first few days right after a dose increase, you are absolutely not alone. And the good news is, it usually improves as your body adapts.
But to actively combat that nausea, you're going to want to make some targeted dietary adjustments. You really want to avoid foods that are greasy, spicy, heavily sweetened, or strongly flavored, because those are major triggers. Instead, you want to lean into bland, low-fat, low-sugar foods. Think along the lines of rice, plain toast, bananas, boiled potatoes, or maybe some porridge. They're just so much gentler on an adapting digestive system.
And beyond just what you eat, how you live your day-to-day plays a huge role in keeping your GI tract comfortable. Try transitioning to eating smaller, more frequent meals instead of sitting down to large, heavy ones. And this is key. Never lie down right after eating. Stay upright for about 30 to 60 minutes to prevent reflux. Make sure you're sipping water constantly throughout the day to avoid dehydration, especially if you're dealing with diarrhea or vomiting. Oh, and taking a gentle 10 to 15-minute walk right after meals? That does absolute wonders for aiding digestion and reducing bloating. Also, try to cut out carbonated drinks and chewing gum. They basically just pump extra air into your stomach.
So the absolutely crucial point here is knowing the difference between normal body adaptation and an actual medical emergency. You need to be aware of these serious red flag symptoms. If you experience severe, persistent abdominal pain, especially if it radiates to your back, that could be a sign of pancreatitis or gallbladder issues. You also need to be incredibly vigilant for allergic reactions, like facial swelling or difficulty breathing. Watch out for signs of a thyroid tumor, like a lump in your neck or a persistent hoarseness in your voice. And finally, signs of severe dehydration, which looks like very dark urine and extreme dizziness. If any of these occur, do not take another dose. Seek immediate emergency medical evaluation. That is for sure.
Okay, bringing it home with Section 5, Storage and Safe Disposal, How to Maintain Your Pen.
Let's move to and see how this builds. Temperature control is absolutely vital for this drug's effectiveness. Before you use a pen for the very first time, it has to live in the refrigerator, between 2 and 8 degrees Celsius. Keep it right in the carton to protect it from light, and literally never, ever freeze it. However, once you start using a pen, you can actually keep it at room temperature, as long as that's below 30 degrees Celsius, for up to 28 days. But here's the catch. Once it's been stored at room temperature, do not put it back in the fridge. And if 28 days pass, you have to discard that pen, even if there's medicine left inside. Finally, when it comes to disposal, safety is paramount. Wegovy needles are single-use. After you inject, carefully lead the needle tip into the saved outer cap while it's resting flat on a table. This just helps you avoid pricking your finger. Push the cap on firmly, unscrew the needle, and immediately toss it into a puncture-resistant sharps container. Please never throw loose needles into your regular household garbage. It's a massive safety risk for your family members, your pets, and the sanitation workers who handle your trash.
And that brings us to our final and probably most important question for you today. Are you ready to combine your new Wegovy protocol with a solid diet, physical activity, and regular clinical follow-ups? Because remember, this explainer outlines an incredible tool, but it's really just one piece of a giant puzzle for long-term success. Make sure you work in close partnership with your prescribing clinician, follow the steps we've laid out today, and go take control of your health journey. Thank you so much for joining me to explore this vital clinical guide.